finished my 214th and final Wainwright way back in 1984, and although I've picked up a few of the Outlying Fells since, I've never really finished them. Now, some 40 years later, I've got this crazy idea of finishing the Outlying Fells. I've no idea whether I'll make it all, but I won't know unless I try. Hopefully my exploits will encourage some of you old timers to get out there on the fells again, and if you really are too old or infirm, then maybe these videos will help you visit the tops vicariously once again. Today I'm going to be doing Knott and Brant Fell, which are very close to Windermere. After the solitude of the fells in recent days, this seems to be very busy. Wainwright suggests that you would do the walk from Windermere railway station, but I want to keep as far away from civilization as I can. So I found a spot sort of around the back of Knott, and I shall be tackling it from there. If you want to do the walk from this spot, you need to get there early because obviously the parking spot gets filled up. About 100 yards further up the road there is another parking spot on the right which you can squeeze into. Now our walk starts up the lane here. Only a few hundred yards and you get a nice view already. I presume we're heading up to over there where the trees are. Just past a very nice house on the right hand side, and the tarmac gives out here, and we're onto gravel. Some of these gates are a bit hard to squeeze through. Just passed through a little gated off wooded area. There's some beautiful trees here. And of course, being this close to Windermere, we're going to get people. Well, we followed this track for about 700-800 yards. Now it's time to tour off and do a little bit of a climb. Where we can do some wading if we wish, or avoid it. Well, I could have stayed right there, but I've chosen to come to a little bit higher ground on the left and get a view over this lovely tarn. I believe that's Knott Tarn. Now this walk is a circular walk which goes up to Grandsire, which will be over in that direction, post town, and then it comes all the way sort of back round this way, back to where we started. But I want to pick out Knott itself, which is over this way, so that's a little out and back to pick up Knott.
Yeah. Morning.
They say 600 quid a year.
So this is School Knott. Glorious views. Shame about the haze. So as expected, an easy walk to School Knott. I have actually been up here before, although obviously I can't remember the details. According to my Wainwright Outlying Fells guide, where I record all my ascents, I last came up here on the 25th of June 1977. So that's just over 47 years ago. Probably didn't realise then that I'd be doing it again 47 years later. Although I came up to this top back in 77, I came up from Windermere, which is over to my right, and I only did this top, although there are another two tops, Grandsire and an unnamed top, which most people call School Knott 2. So I thought I might as well tag this one on rather than just do the other two and make a round walk of it. So been quite easy so far. The next objective is Grandsire, but I'll have a look around here first. Right, that's School Knott done. If you can hear me above the wind, very blowy up here, and then we're heading over to Grandsire, which is over there on the horizon. You can just about see a couple of people on top there. I think we'll head up to that gate in the wall on the left there. So is that Grandsire coming up? Can't be this quick, surely. It looks the highest point though. Well, we have come quite a way, so maybe it is Grandsire. Well, it looks like a nice little few rocks to mark the summit of Grandsire. I shall sit here for a couple of minutes and have a drink, because although it's quite blowy, it's still quite hot. It's quite an easy walk so far, and our next objective I think is over there, just that little knoll there. I'm going to see if I can get a panorama from here, but the wind is so strong that it's unlikely, but I'll give it a go. Well, the wind drops as soon as you get off that little summit, and we now make our way to Knott 2, or Nameless Summit as Wainwright calls it. Well, I got a little lost coming off Grand Sire by taking the most obvious path, but I've now found the way again. We've come up this path to what I think is Wainwright's Nameless Summit. Well, I'm pretty sure this is Wainwright's Nameless Summit, although it's shown as Clubarrow Hill on my map. It's actually off the path. I've just followed a dry stone wall up and you get to another dry stone wall at the bottom. Of all the walks, this is supposed to be the easiest, but I've wandered about all over the place on this one trying to find the Nameless Summit. Problem is there's so many good paths here that you tend to follow them and then realise after a few hundred yards that you're going the wrong way. But this one is definitely up by a little stone wall as you come round, contour around the path. Whether it's worth visiting or not, I don't know, but if you're bagging Wainwright's, I guess he'd put it in the book, so you've got to get it. Another grand view from up here, and really from here it's just all downhill. Well, if you want to visit the Nameless Summit, you'll probably be coming from this direction, and you come up, contour around right there and see this tree. When you get there, there's a stone wall just there, and you've really got to follow the path left up there. That's not obvious, but once you get over that little rise, you'll see the top of that. Not really sure why Wainwright included that little top there. I guess it was just a spot height on the map. Just a gentle stroll downhill now, and we'll be back to the gate that we came through, and then it's just a matter of retracing steps along that cart track and onto the tarmac lane back to our starting point. So we come out of this gate here, which has really completed a circle, and then we go down this way back to the car. Well, that's another two summits ticked off, Grand Sire and Wainwright's Nameless Summit, often referred to as Knott 2. And as an added bonus, a revisit to Knott 47 years later. Now, normally at this point I'd leave you with a track of the route that I've taken, but this time it's really not worth it. That should have been one of my easiest walks so far, but it turned out to be a little bit of a disaster. I think I made a mess of that. The commute route I had was nowhere near correct, taking you over non-existent paths to that Nameless Summit, and I floundered about quite a lot trying to find it. I did find it and headed all the way down, got back to the gate where I was going to turn left back to the car, and realised that I didn't have my glasses with me. I realised that I'd left them on a summit somewhere, and I assumed it was that Nameless Summit. So I trucked all the way back up there, and they weren't there. So they could only be on Grand Sire, and I went all the way back there, not there, or Knott, went all the way back there, not there. So on this walk I've actually done those three summits twice, so maybe that counts as the second round of the Outlying Fells. Now I know for a fact that I'd left the glasses on one of those summits, but of course when I got back they weren't there. So can I please make a plea to everyone who walks on the fells, if you see something left on the fells, just leave it where it is, because for all you know the person who left it there could be 300 yards down the track, realise, turn back to pick it up, and if you've picked it up, it's gone. A pair of driving glasses for me is no good to anybody else, so I really don't know why somebody would pick it up. Okay, mown over and on to the next fell. Well, I'm now going to tack on Brant Fell onto School Knott. It's not too far up the road, only about a mile up the road. You could actually walk from the School Knott parking to here, but I don't like walking along roads, so I've just driven here. This is going to be a simple up and back. Wainwright says do it from Bowness, but once again it's nicer to do it where there's no civilization. Once again, being near Windermere, although there's parking, you have to get here early to actually find a spot. And that's what we want. Bowness 1 mile up Brant Fell. And that's the first wall style I've climbed in all the walks so far. There's a couple of ways to go. We'll probably come down that way ahead, but we'll go up this way, I think. It's unusual, you don't normally get cows on the fell side. Decent little view over this rise. And then you get Windermere. Very strange to be on a fell and hear all the traffic down the valley. And it's lovely when you come over little rises like this and then suddenly get a view. Beautiful. This must virtually be the top now. There you go, somebody's left their hat there, and per my comments on School Knott, I'm going to leave that there because somebody might come back for that. There you go, Brant Fell knocked off in about 20 minutes. If you've got a spare half an hour and you're close to Windermere, take a stroll up here for a grand view. As I mentioned earlier, the only thing that spoils it is you can hear motorbikes and lorries and everything going down in the valley below you. But what a nice easy one. Try Brant Fell. Dead easy walk, hardly call it a fell really, but it's another Wainwright ticked off, and really it's just a matter of finding any way down you fancy. And this, our friends, the cows again. And along with lots of people, because this is near Windermere. Seems hardly worth filming on such a small fell, but hey, all the countryside's nice, so let's enjoy it. Then back to climb over the wall again. You've got no choice because the gate is locked. So that's it for the day. 3 new Wainwright tops and the Outlying Fells completed, and another one which I did 47 years ago. If you're ever passing through Windermere, a good idea to stop at this spot and take a stroll up there, because the views are incredible and almost anybody can walk up there.